Two big changes coming in real estate across the country. Here's what you need to know. Beginning this week, if you want to work with a realtor to represent you on the purchase of a home, you will have to enter in a written agreement prior to seeing any properties, and that agreement is going to specify the time period that you're working together, the scope of work, and the rate of compensation that you're going to pay your agent if they're successful in helping you purchase that property. Now, ultimately, there are a variety of ways that agent can be compensated. A buyer could pay them directly. A buyer could ask the seller to cover that compensation, or a combination of both. The other change on the seller and listing side will be, up until now, most sellers have offered an amount of compensation to the agent who brings the buyer who ultimately buys their property. And that amount of compensation was listed on the MLS, the multiple listing service. So all consumers and their agents could know what amount of compensation the seller was offering to pay in the event of a successful sale. Well, now sellers will no longer be able to list the amount of compensation they're offering buyers agents in that multiple listing service, but that does not mean that sellers are not able to offer that compensation. They can still continue to offer compensation to buyers agents should they wish. They can set the amount, or they could just let people know that they are open to what we call concessions. So that means they're open to negotiating this just like any other term in their offer. And they can let people know this in any other means outside of the MLS. So that could be on company websites, on agent websites, on flyers, brochures, agent phone calls, to make other agents and consumers aware how the seller wishes to cover the compensation or not to any buyer's agent. So a big few key changes that are going to change the dynamics for both home sellers and home buyers. We'd love to cover exactly how these might impact you and what we would recommend if you're about to enter to an agreement, either as a buyer or as a seller. We're always happy to give you our consultation and advice, so feel free to reach out to us. Until next time.